This is Adrian. This is our new segment. It's called Goal Getters. So, again, last time we had Jamal Solomon on. This time we have Anthony Lee. And Anthony Lee Jr. Gotta get it right. So he is an entrepreneur. He has his own ATM and vending machine company. Anthony, would you like to say a little bit about yourself and the goal that you had in mind?
Yeah. Simple, guys. How you doing? I'm Anthony Lee Jr. and I'm part owner of One Stop Squad vending and ATM business. And our goal here is very simple: to make money. That's it. It wasn't to fill in the lack of needs of ATMs in the world. It was just really to make the money, create generational wealth. That was basically it. That's how I started, and that's how me and my partners started.
Okay. So what was one goal that you set out for yourself when you and your partner set out?
So basically, it's funny. It started out as 4 young professionals that just was looking for some residual income. So the goal was for us to just get into a business. So it was just for us to focus on something where, we keep each other accountable and, we can make some money together and, at the same time learn a business, create a business, sell the business. Eventually that's our goal, is to sell it, make it big enough where we can sell it and, move on to other endeavors. So basically, serial entrepreneurial goals, just getting off the floor, starting relationships and basically selling the business eventually one day. That's it.
Okay. And then inside of that, what was your why, or what kept you motivated to keep working towards this goal?
All right, so it's funny. My why is because I'm the idea guy in my group of friends. I have all these monster ideas, great ideas, and I never, manifest them. I never, do them. I just never get to it. So my best friend, which is one of my partners, he challenged me to start something and see it through with this, so that was my why. So I wanted to prove him correct. I wanted to reach his goal for me and my goal for myself, which was just to start something and finish it through, see it through, and, eventually make it big enough for somebody to, want to buy it, purchase it, or even pass it down to my kids.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love the generational wealth book. I'm all about that. So
yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yes. And then what did you learn along the way, and what advice would you give someone else who's looking to kind of start their own business?
So the ATM business is very tricky. I learned a lot. So I learned that the government views it as money laundering. So you have to go through a rigorous process with the banks and stuff if you do get a bank. So basically, if you were in the ATM business within the last 10 years in New York, this is speaking strictly for New York, not any other state, but in New York, if you wasn't in the ATM business within the last 10 years, I want to say 10 years before, that you wasn't grandfathered in, the banks aren't going to take your money. They're not going to do business with you. They're not going, it's a rigorous process. You have to find a bank that's willing to take you on. There's small banks that will do it. There's a few banks that will do it, but it's so much cash involved that you have to have a lot of cash on hand. And second, you have to go to banks. It's just a lot of relationships you have to build, because everybody's taking a percentage. So you're trying to maximize your profit as far as avoiding all these different little percentages coming out of the money. So it's a frustrating and tedious process, but it's doable. But it's just like you definitely have to line your ducks up with, as far as the banks and stuff go. So you're not viewed as a money launderer and stuff like that. So that's where my like learning process was. Like when you see all the Instagram tutorials and stuff like that, they don't speak on that. They don't speak on that, how it's so easy to money launder and stuff like that with the ATM business. So a lot of banks and the government doesn't recognize the company. It's a lot. So you have to have a lot of cash on hand. Like it's a lot. It's a huge cash business. You're just basically dealing with cash. Like so if your machine, for instance, if your machine does 10,000 a month, you have to have 20,000. So you have to, because or you're going to be going to that ATM weekly. So that's what you want to avoid. So say it does 2,500 a week, the machine, but it's 10,000 whatever plus for a month. So if your machine is doing 25 and you get to week 2, you're at 75. But you want to keep it at 10,000. So you have to take the 2,500 back out, and that's where the banks come in. And you're gonna have to put all that money back into the machine. It's just a lot. It's so tedious as far as like getting involved with the banks and having the cash. It's like a balance you have to have. So that's just
and then going there physically to load it. So
load it. You have to have some. Like if you don't do it yourself, you have to trust somebody that's doing it with you. Fortunately for me, I have 3 other partners. So for, like a lot of the tasks are, it's not as bad as if I was doing it by myself. But it's definitely a process. It's definitely tedious because I'm the loader for us. So like I do all the loading and I do all the cash and stuff like that. So it's like it's very tedious. Like like going to the bank, and then you have to be at the bank before it closes. That's another thing. Like so if you have another job or you have other endeavors that you have to remember to wake up, go to the bank before you go to your job. It's a lot. So, but it's definitely a good business to be in. But
no, I appreciate you sharing that because it's real. There's something that you always have to kind of sacrifice when you go into business for yourself. Sometimes it's the security of knowing like you're going to get a paycheck every week or every other week. Sometimes it's your time, and it's real. Like having your own business is work, and it takes dedication and commitment. So you have to be disciplined to make sure you're getting up, going to the bank, and doing all the different things that need to get done so that your business can get off the ground. So just in closing, I want to ask you, if someone wanted you to install an ATM or a vending machine at their location, how can they get in contact with you?
Okay, so I ain't even touching the vending machine. So we specialize in exotic snack and healthy snack. We do both. You can't have both. You do both. They're separate entities. So like, I don't want somebody to have like a healthy foods machine with Chinese Doritos or something out of it. So it doesn't make sense. So we do healthy we do healthy or exotic snacks. But yeah, my vending machine. If you want to do a vending machine or ATM, you can contact me at my phone number, or my email. I'm sorry, Anthony_Lee_Jr@yahoo.com, and it's one stop squad, vending and ATM business. So just make sure you put that in the subject, and I know exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, that's how you can contact us.
All right. Well, that's everything. We like to keep it short and sweet and get you some information and resources so that you can go into your new business or startup being informed. So please reach out if you have a salon, if you have some type of brick and mortar business and you need an ATM machine there for your customers, or you need a healthy food vending machine, Anthony's your guy. So thank you for joining us, and see you next time.